I want you to imagine a version of yourself in a parallel universe who goes on to become a millionaire. So I want you to make a decision right now about whether you are going to become the type of person who goes on to make that $1 million from their crypto investing, trading, whatever it is. And if the answer is yes, that you are actually ready to take your crypto investing seriously and do this professionally so that you can make a lot of money from the space, then this video is for you, because I'm going to explain to you the 4 steps that you absolutely need to know in order to make $1 million from crypto. Now, before we get into the first step, I want to explain with you the different ways that you can become a millionaire from crypto. The first way is from building projects and businesses in crypto. Next up is pre-sales, then trading, investing, scamming, of course, but don't do this one, NFTs, DeFi, mining, and airdrops. And so if we just put 100 random crypto millionaires in a room together and you ask them, how did you make $1 million? This is what the distribution would be like for how they got rich. From my experience, the millionaires that I know from crypto, from just my knowledge of the space, from 5 years of being an investor, I have found that about 1 person out of 100 got rich from airdrops. 5 out of 100 got rich from mining. 3 out of 100 got rich from scamming. 4 out of 100 got rich from trading. 5 from pre-sales. 3 from NFTs. 2 from DeFi, 27 from investing, and 50 from building projects in crypto. Now, these results might surprise you. Why is there so little trading millionaires? I see all these traders who make all this money on Twitter. The truth is that the best way for you to make money from crypto is either investing or building a project. Those are the people who make the millions of dollars. I know you see guys on Twitter who make all this money trading or flipping NFTs and all this sort of stuff, but they don't hit the $1 million mark. These guys are small time, and often the guys who make all this money from trading or NFTs, they lose it. The guys who keep the millions are the ones who build projects, who fund their lifestyles, or the ones who are investing, who are smart investors. This is the most higher probability way that you will make $1 million from crypto. So I'm not going to teach you how to build a project in crypto. I'm not going to teach you how to make an NFT or a paid group or whatever. We're going to focus on investing, because investing is the way that I can help you the most, and it is the highest probability way that you can make $1 million. Step 1 of our plan is you need to build a cash flow source. If you come into crypto with $1,000 trying to become a millionaire, your chance of success is about 0.001%. Yes, there are some people who have turned 1,000 into $1 million. The probability of that happening is so low, betting on it is no better than gambling. So what we want to do is we want to bring the odds of success back into our favor as much as possible. How much harder is it for you really to put 20 grand into crypto versus 1 grand? Is it really that much more difficult? If you give yourself 2 years or 1 year to put an extra 10 or 5 grand into crypto, is that really going to be the same difficulty as the difficulty of growing to $1 million with such a small amount of capital? So let's do some basic maths here. So if you have 10K, you need 100x to get $1 million. If you have, let's say, 50K, you only need a 20x to get to $1 million. A 20x is much more achievable. And yes, obviously putting 50 grand into crypto is quite a lot. But if you got yourself a really good source of cash flow over the next 1 to 2 years to enable you to put even an extra $5, $10, $20,000 into crypto, what you'll find is that it will be a lot easier for you to get these higher multiples. It's a lot easier for you to make an extra 10 grand than it is to get an extra 20x on your money. That's why step number 1 is build a solid source of cash flow so that you have money to put in, so that you don't have to get such a crazy return to get to $1 million portfolio. And so step number 2 is decide a sector of crypto that you want to focus on. The more a sector of crypto grows, the more profit there will be to make from it. So you want to be focusing your attention on new sectors with a lot of innovation, sectors with a lot of future adoption that's going to come. And you also want to be focusing your time not on 5 different parts of crypto. Like, you shouldn't be going NFTs, DeFi, bit of trading, bit of investing, bit of pre-sales. No, you're spreading your attention too thin. So I'm going to list a few sectors that I think you should look into. You should pick 1 or 2 maximum, and that's all you should be focusing your time on. So some examples are layer 2s, Arbitrum, Optimism, that sort of stuff. Another sector is NFT exchange tokens. So coins like Lux, Rari, OVO, that sort of thing. Sector number 3 is just NFTs with a real use case. Sector number 4 is Ethereum, just literally betting on Ethereum. And number 5 is gaming tokens. These are the 5 sectors that I really think are going to go well into the next bull run, and where I think you should be paying a lot of your attention. And as I said before about concentrating your attention, wealth is built through concentration, and it's kept through diversification. Diversification diversification is how you keep your wealth. It's putting your eggs in a number of baskets so that even if one basket doesn't do very well, the other basket's hopefully made up for the loss. That's how you keep wealth. But to make wealth, you have to concentrate your time, your energy, and your wealth. So in crypto, you want to get rich. We're here to make $1 million. You need to focus your time to understand a sector in a lot of depth. Because if you only have a surface level amount of knowledge, like in the photo I'm showing you, you're not going to get to the gold. I want to show you an example of how I concentrate my attention to make a lot of money. Back in September, I put a post out about this NFT that I was buying. And I was telling everyone how I've done a lot of research and I believe that this is the bottom for this NFT and that you want to be buying. Well, it turned out that the day of me posting this was the lowest price that NFT went to. And it went from 4 Ethereum where I bought it up to about 11 Ethereum where the current price is. And that's in about 1 month during the middle of a brutal bear market where pretty much every single project went down. Now, how was I able to do this? Of every project in the space, how did I find the one project that went up? Well, I found a project that I liked and I knew it was going to be a good project. And I focused all my time and attention into understanding this one project, this one type of NFT. I didn't go, oh, a little bit of DeFi, a little bit of NFTs, a little bit of trading. No, I just said, look, this NFT I know is going to do really well in the future. If I just learn all the different fundamentals occurring around this project, I will be able to time an entry into this NFT project really well, which will enable me to make more money. If I instead put my time divided into 10 projects, I would never have spent enough time to really get an edge in knowing what the projects are going to do. This is what the problem most people make. They do spread betting, buying 20 different projects, and because they own so many projects, they don't get the time to research into all of them. And so they don't have an edge over every other person who's putting the same amount of time in. The only way you can make money is if you take it from someone else. If you only put 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day into your crypto investing and you look at 10 different projects at once, that's like 10 minutes a day on each project. It's not enough. If you concentrate your time, you can concentrate your focus and you can get an actual edge over your competitors, which is the people you're buying and selling from. And that's how I made the money on this NFT. And so step number 3 is create a foolproof plan. If you fail to make a plan, you are basically planning to fail. It's a cliche quote, but it's absolutely true. Most people in crypto, their plan to get rich is, oh, I'm just going to find a coin one day, someone's going to mention it on Twitter, and I'm just going to know when to buy, and then I'm going to hodl, and I'm just going to know when to sell, and I don't need a proper plan, I'll just figure it out as I go. That's literally most people's plan. And you watching this is probably your plan to get rich. We don't want to be hope investors. We want to have a proper professional plan to make sure that we are getting good entries and good exits out of the market. So what do you need in a plan? You need, number 1, sectors that you're going to focus on. Are you going to do NFTs? Are you going to do L2s? Are you going to do NFT exchange tokens? Are you going to be focusing on gaming? What's your edge? Where are you going to focus your time? Number 2 is a specific list of coins that you're researching. So what are the top 3 to 8 projects that you like? Don't put too many projects there. Just find 3 to 8 projects that you really like, you really believe in, and then have a list of keeping up to date with them, looking into them every week, seeing how they're going. Are they putting out updates? Are they adapting to changes in the market? Are they getting adoption? What have they built? Number 3 is you want an entry strategy. So how are you going to know when to buy? Are you going to look at fundamentals? Are you going to look at technicals? What chart indicators are you going to use? Are you going to dollar cost average in? Number 4 is you need an exit plan. So when are you going to sell? What are your parameters that you need to see to sell your portfolio? Are you going to dollar cost average out? Maybe you're going to sell half when it doubles in price. What's your strategy? And then number 5 is daily action steps. So what are you actually doing day to day when you do your crypto research? What are you looking at? Are you going to go into each project's Discord and spend 5 to 10 minutes researching? Have you got a website that you're going to go to track the portfolio size? Are you going to look at the TradingView chart of your projects every single day? Make a daily action plan of what you need to do. And so for example, I have my own plan and I use an algorithm called the Hunter Algo, which I personally designed for myself. The Hunter Algo basically tells you when to buy, it tells you when to sell, and it signals to my phone. I've been forward testing it since August 2021. All the signals that you're seeing are live signals. So these were sent to a Telegram group. This has helped me manage my portfolio and it's automated my own investing. So that's an example of what you could use. And number 4 is create an exit plan and stick to it. This one's really important, and I'm going to give you a quote from a book that was written, I think, over 100 years years ago on the stock market. And the quote goes, "The big money in booms is always made first by the public on paper, and it remains on paper." So what that basically means is, in a bull market, retail, which is people like you and I, just normal everyday people, we make all the money. Stocks are going up in price, crypto's going up, everyone's buying and the price just continues to go up. We're all sitting on profits. We all have profit, but it's on paper, meaning we haven't actually realized the profit. We haven't sold anything. And the problem is when the bear market comes, most people never sell. Because they never sell, the stocks, the crypto, they go down 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%. And those profits that you once had, because you never realized them, are now gone. And this is what we want to avoid. So the exit plan is actually the most overlooked part of crypto. Everyone always wants to know when to buy, but they never want to know when to sell because they all have this like hodl long-term mentality, which I'm about to show you why is bullshit. Crypto is, as I said in my last video, if you've watched it, it's a never-ending series of Ponzi's that are born and they're totally new and unique and they rise and they fall before being replaced by the next cohort of Ponzi's. That's what crypto is. And so an exit plan doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to sell all my Ethereum and I'm going to leave crypto forever. No, an exit plan means Ponzi's die, new Ponzi's are born every single day. I understand that I've made a 50x on this investment. I understand that eventually this Ponzi is going to probably underperform the market. So my best bet is to take profits and look for new sectors, new projects where I can re-enter my money into the market. That is what we're talking about here. And so let me give you some statistics on why this is important. Of the top 100 cryptocurrencies from October 2019, only 43 are still in the top 100. So you had a 43% chance of having your coin even have performed half all right from 2019. And of the projects that stayed in the top 100, only 7 outperformed Ethereum. The whole idea of buying an altcoin is to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if only 16% of all these coins actually went up more than Ethereum, what's the point? You took on more risk buying a riskier project and you got less reward. So this is just trying to show you that Ponzi's rise and fall and they're replaced by newer and better Ponzi's. So you don't want to get stuck in an old Ponzi. 90% of coins don't achieve what we call multi-cycle outperformance. Multi-cycle outperformance is basically through several bull and bear markets, these coins outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Very small percent of coins ever actually outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum on multiple cycles. You do not want to be caught bag holding an old coin that isn't keeping up with the new cohort of projects. From here, I recommend that you go and get my book, The 52 Lessons That You Need to Know for the 2023 Crypto Bull Run. It's rated 5 stars and it's actually totally free for the next 50 people. So it's not going to cost you a cent and it's a very good book. It's going to give you a lot more depth than this video. And you'll find a link for this one in the description below. But besides that, thank you for watching, guys. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.